baseball on Memorial Day, the unofficial start to summer. The Bucks are back at PNC and looking forward to some creature comforts of home. Seeing Cubby Blue in the opposing dugout doesn't hurt either, as the Pirates have beaten Lou Piniella's Cubs 5 out of 6 times in the season series. And today, face a Chicago pitcher who couldn't muster an out in his last start. We take time to remember and pay tribute to those who served our country as we enjoy our freedom, along with America's pastime in baseball's most beautiful ballpark. The grill is hot. The drinks are cold. Pirates Cubs, a holiday matinee, is next on FSN. From Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, this afternoon, the Pittsburgh Pirates host the Chicago Cubs in Game 1 of a 3-game series. It's the start of a 6-game homestand on Memorial Day 2010. And we are coming your way from the Korean War Memorial here on the North Shore, just outside PNC Park. Greg Brown along with Bob Walk. And for obvious reasons, as we remember, Bob, those who fought for us. Well,
definitely something that we should always be remembering. But Memorial Day is a day for us to look back and think of the people that sacrificed in the last couple hundred years so we could have what we have. And really another thing that's important on a day like today is we still have troops in harm's way in the present, and that's something we should always remember.
We'll do that throughout the day, of course, on this Memorial Day. And we'll talk baseball. The Pirates getting ready to take on the Chicago Cubs, and maybe this is what the Pirates need. They're 5-1 against Chicago this season.
Well, it was a tough road trip, and we definitely need some wins, and the Cubs hopefully will be exactly what we want. We've done everything well against them, especially pitch. We've got an ERA of less than 3. But we also got to get some offense, and there's 2 guys in the middle of our lineup that have done very well against the Cubs. There you see the numbers on the board. McCutchen, Jones, they've been carrying the load. Hopefully they'll attack and carry a big load today.
And, a guy who needs some offensive support is Ross Ohlendorf. He's looking for his first win since coming off the disabled list. And his last couple of starts, the Pirates have really done nothing for him offensively.
Yeah, it's been kind of a slow start for him, obviously, with the injury. I think now's the point in the season where he's going to start to get in on a roll. He's been out there for a number of times. The pitch count's up. He can start pitching like Ross now.
And how about Randy Wells? He faced 6 batters on Friday, the Chicago Cubs starter, and did not record an out.
Well, another reason I'm hoping for some big offense today. We got to get some balls over the fence. Hopefully we'll see some home runs.
All right, it's Ross Ohlendorf against Randy Wells for Game 1 of the 3-game series on this Memorial Day as we remember those who fought for us. It's the Pirates, it's the Cubs, it's baseball coming your way from PNC Park. We're back with the first pitch in a moment.
By Barrel Automotive, Barrel.com. Definitely worth the click. And by your Toyota dealer, where quality, dependability, and good MPG all come standard. Toyota, moving forward.
And welcome back to PNC Park, where the Pirates and the Chicago Cubs are ready to play ball. And you see that these two clubs will be wearing the Stars and Stripes caps. Major League Baseball supporting the Welcome Back Veterans on Memorial Day program, and also the giveaway caps. So all fans here this afternoon on this Memorial Day, as we enjoy America's pastime while we remember those who served and serve our country. And now we take a look at the starting lineup for the Chicago Cubs. It's brought to you by Toyota. Moving forward, Kosuke Fukudome leads off, and it's Marlon Byrd and Derek Lee. Aramis Ramirez hits cleanup. Mike Fontenot and Alfonso Soriano, followed by Giovanni Soto, hitting .380 against the Pittsburgh Pirates in his career. Starlin Castro, and then Randy Wells on the hill.
Take a look at Ross's numbers, and Greg, as I said before, I think this is where his regular season gets started now. Memorial Day is basically the first day of summer, right? Well, this is the first day of Ross being Ross. I'm calling it. He's really had kind of a rough start with the injury. That's over with now. He's going to roll.
All right, he's going to be on a roll. We'll check that out. Check out the defense as well. Brian Church, Andrew McCutchen, Garrett Jones in the outfield left to right. Andy LaRoche, Jeff Clement on the corners. Ronnie Cedeno and Neil Walker up the middle. Ryan Domet behind the plate for Ross Ollendorf. Hopefully the rains stay away here on this Memorial Day. Andy LaRoche is ready. So too is Kosuke Fukudome. So they get a new baseball.
We don't have the correct baseball that we need now.
Home plate umpire Andy Fletcher.
That one out of play.
And now we're ready to go. And a swing and a miss. We are underway. Fukudome hitting .293. 6 home runs. Look at the defensive alignment. And a strike called.
2 in a row, right down the middle. Came right at him. Gotta like that. Part of the problems with Ross to this point, he's been a little on the wild side.
Did he go? Appeal, yes, right away. A 3-pitch strikeout of Fukudome.
Good way to start it off. Gets 0-2 and then puts one in the dirt right behind home plate. There it is. You see it hit right down about where the point of the plate is. Perfect place for that 0-2 breaking ball.
Ollendorf, by the way, he sweats as much, I think, as any pitcher since Jim Bibby, the late Jim Bibby, former Pirates pitcher. Strike one on Byrd, Marlon Byrd, who's hitting .302 with 7 homers, 27 RBIs.
Yeah, the other night in Cincinnati, he had that gray uniform on, and it looked like by the second inning, he had jumped in a swimmable.
Hits Byrd on the second pitch. He'll change jerseys a couple times throughout the game. He might have to go through 5 or 6 of them as you take a look at Byrd getting whacked.
Trying to come inside with a fastball and just ran up there a little bit. Byrd, it's how you're supposed to take that pitch. You just turn away from it, let it hit you in the back of the arm,
and then smile.
Then smile about it.
Derek Lee hitting .237.
You know, if you really do want to get under a pitcher's skin, that's exactly what you do.
Smile, huh?
You act like a ping pong ball just hit you, and you go down, you smile, and, you get down at first, you smile, joke about it, and that gets under the pitcher's skin more than anything else. It's like you hit a guy, and it's like all you did was flick him with your finger. Greg Lazinski was great like that when he first came up.
Former Philly left fielder.
It was like he would never even try to move. It was like the ball was bouncing off a statue. He would never react to it.
That's great.
He might not be real happy, but the only people who know about it would be the guys in the dugout after the inning was over. Now Ross has a very quick move to first base. He has thrown a couple away over there this year. He's going to have to be careful with that. wildness has gone from the plate over to first base a few times.
This time Bird doesn't have nearly as big a lead. One ball, one strike the count on Derek Lee. Ramirez on deck. And grounded. Third base, a sliding stop from his knee, one. That's all they'll get. LaRoche to Walker.
A good play to get that lead runner. Off the bat, it definitely looked like it had a chance to get in that hole. LaRoche got 3 good quick steps before he went into that dive. Walker, he thought about it for a moment. Decided that he'd just be happy with that one out, a chance of throwing the ball away.
One ball, no strikes on Aramis. Ramirez continues to struggle. 166 batting average. And again, Bird has really, now Lee has a short lead. Understandably so. Andy Fletcher calling the balls and strikes. The crew chief is Tim McClellan. Mike Everett at second. And Todd Titchener is at third. One ball, no strikes on Ramirez. Another throw over. Lee has stolen 1 base in 3 attempts. He's one of those guys that'll go when it's important, when he thinks he can steal. Very smart baseball player. Derek Lee, not great speed, great athlete.
Well,
He's the spots.
He's going to take a short lead and try to get it to where you're not paying any attention to him because he's taking such a short lead, and then he'll get a great jump. He'll leave a little early, and that's the way he steals bases.
One ball, one strike, the count on Ramirez, who missed 4 games this past week, resting a sore left thumb. And it's 1 ball and 2 strikes on him. Aramis Ramirez, 31 years old. +100 RBIs 6 times in the last 9 years. Mullendorf with a 1-2 count. Looking for strike 3. And 2-2.
Well, it's so humid today that you can actually see water in the air.
Well, it gives you the appearance of drizzle.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
You know it's humid when you can actually see the water in the air.
High def, especially. Boy, and then you see fans start to scatter, head for cover.
Trying to get away from this humidity.
Yeah. Foul tip and off Nolan's hand again.
He has gotten hammered in that hand a little bit.
Crew chief Tim McClellan looking on as you watch Domit get hit on that exposed right hand.
Same place. It sits right over his knee in harm's way, and that's.
Bob, I was asking
3 times, or just 3 times.
I was asking John Wayner about this, and he didn't say there was any harm in a guy. And some catchers do that, put the hand behind their bodies to protect
or even not even behind their body, say back behind that right knee. See how the knee is kind of, you can just hang it down behind the knee.
Swing and a miss struck him out. Half inning, Cubs nothing, and now the Pirates will come to bat against Randy Wells. umpiring crew is Tim McClellan.
We're talking about the humidity here.
Pirates lineup. Andrew McCutcheon, Neil Walker, Andy LaRoche, 1, 2, 3. Garrett Jones is the cleanup man. Garrett Jones, career against Randy Wells, 4 for 8. It'll be Ryan Church, Ryan Domet, Jeff Clement, and then Ronnie Cedeno and Ross Ollendorf. McCutcheon in the box, ready to go here in the bottom of the first inning. Wells can just about guarantee, the Cubs can just about guarantee that Wells will have a better performance today.
Was he removed from the game before he got it out?
Yeah.
Not even one.
6 batters, 6 hits, 5 runs, no outs.
All he faced was 6 hitters.
Cubs against the St. Louis Cardinals lost 7-1.
Usually, even if somebody's getting hit, you don't even think about warming somebody up until like the 6th hitter gets up there.
So you could tell early on it's time to get him out of there, and it's 2-2 on McCutcheon. Larry Rothschild, the pitching coach. And Lou Piniella. Pinella's Cubs. As McCutcheon pops up. Center field, Bird. The out. Chicago Cubs at 24-27 on the year. Rest of the defense for the Chicago Cubs. You saw Bird make the catch in center. He is flanked by Alfonso Soriano and Kosuke Fukudome. 39 errors this season, 4th most in the big leagues, in the National League anyway for the Cubs. Ramirez and Lee on the corners. Castro, Fontenot up the middle. Soto does the catching for Wells. Derek Lee, Gold Glover at first. Ball 1 on Neil Walker. Walker, a .292 hitter, came up on this last road trip. 7 hits and 24 at bats, including 4 doubles. 1 ball and 1 strike. John Russell says that he will play second base the majority of the time now. And a line drive toward the line in right field, and a diving grab by Fukudome. Robbing Walker of another double.
He has been hitting a ton of them, that's for sure. Like had maybe some top spin on this ball. It got out there and it didn't really carry all that deep. Fukudome able to track it down.
This game is going back to Japan, so his fellow countrymen will appreciate that catch. Ball 1 on Andy LaRoche. Kosuke Fukudome in right. LaRoche takes ball 2. 254 hitter. Fukudome and Xavier Nady splitting time out in right. This ball fouled back out of play. It's 2-2 on Andy LaRoche. LaRoche did not start yesterday. Had only 1 at bat as he came in later in the game. He takes his 3 balls and a strike.
Trying to loosen that back up. See what he just did there with a kind of reverse spin before he stepped in. Having a lot of back problems.
And a walk. 13th time that LaRoche has walked this season. That's not a lot. Randy Wells giving up the free pass to the Pirates' third baseman. Wells has walked just a dozen now in 57 innings. The batter, Garrett Jones. .455 hitter against the Cubs this season. One of the main reasons, along with McCutcheon, that this Pirates team has won 5 of 6 against the Cubs.
And he likes Wells in particular. got his G.I. Jones shirt on underneath the unit, looks like. You see it around the collar. Appropriate for Memorial Day.
They're selling that shirt. You see the G.I. Jones camouflage underneath his game uniform. He's wearing it today, and they're selling it here at PNC Park. Garrett Jones, who had told us today that his grandfather John served in World War II. Tapped to Derek Lee, an easy play, and that'll do it. So 0-0 after 1 inning at PNC Park. Buccos, Cubbies. Veterans' greatest needs, including mental health and job training and placement. The caps that the teams are wearing throughout Major League Baseball today, produced by New Era, will be available for sale to the public on MLB.com. And Major League Baseball Properties is going to donate all of the proceeds it receives to the Welcome Back Veterans Fund as the catch is made in left field by Ryan Church. Fontenot is retired. 1 down. Solendorf hit Marlon Byrd, the second batter of the game, then got the ground ball and the strikeout of Ramirez. Now retires Fontenot to start the second, and he faces Alfonso Soriano.
Really, so far, this is the Ross that we like to see. Going after the hitters with the fastball. That's just his 16th pitch to this point.
Two balls, no strikes on the Cubs left fielder. Now 2-1 on Soriano, hitting .310 with 6 homers, 16 RBIs this month.
It's been a straight change. I think that's a pretty good test for how good your changeup is. Right-hander throws a right-hander a changeup, and it's that effective. That's a pitch with some character.
3-1.
2-0 was a great count to throw it on, too. As you get that hitter hunting fastball. 3-1, another good changeup count.
Strike called, 3-2.
Right on the outside corner. That's an excellent 3-1 pitch to make. You can do it every time. It's a fastball away.
Stays 3-2.
Because anytime a guy is in an aggressive hitter's count, that's kind of what you want to do. You want to work away from him or something slow off speed. Because he's looking heat and he's usually looking in.
Pokes this ball foul out of play. He has struck out 40 times, just third on the club. Derek Lee with 44, and there's a fly ball pretty deep toward the deepest part of the yard. And McCutchen and, oh brother, miscommunication. Church and McCutchen. And now Soriano will wind up at third base. Instead of an out, a runner at third.
Well, this is McCutchen's ball all the way. I mean, at Church he plays some center field. He plays all over the place. At any time the center fielder says, "I got it," you have to do nothing but get out of the way. He's saying, "I got it, I got it, I got it." At least 3 times he yelled, "I got it." Now, if Church is hearing that, he should have stopped long before he did.
And toward third and thinking about throwing it to the plate, but LaRoche instead goes across the diamond.
That's fine. I like that. It's early in the ball game. Make sure you get one out, because that was going to be iffy at the plate there. You're going to have to throw around Soriano for one thing. So he's got maybe an opportunity at the plate, but he's still going to have a tough play. Watch it. He takes a throw. He's going to have to not hit Soriano in the back. I don't think he would have got him, but he's got a sure out at first base. We're going to have to score 1 run anyway today. Get the out. If this was 8th or 9th inning and you can't play it that way, then you got to take some gambles.
Starlin Castro. Sock to center field. McCutchen makes the catch. So a run that should not have scored against Ollendorf. It goes earned as a triple for Soriano. After 1.5, Cubs lead 1-0. To Lasting's millage. Ryan Church coming to the plate. Church hitting .208 and takes ball one from Randy Wells. A 1-0 Cubs lead. Church, Domit, Clement. And a soft liner to Castro. Another look at this play. The ball hit toward the notch in left center field.
You can see, watch McCutcheon's lips. I got it. I got it. I got it.
Well, then you wonder why
maybe 4 times.
Why does he back off then?
I saw 3 for sure. Well, he doesn't really back off. He puts his glove up, but I mean, Church is right there. Let me ask you this, Greg. If Church is not in the picture, is the ball caught?
I don't know. I assume it would be.
Okay, well, I'm assuming that too. That he didn't catch the ball because Church was standing right there.
Rolled to first. Should be easy for Lee, and he'll toss to the pitcher. Domit is retired. There goes 3-1. 2 down.
And I'm also assuming that Church just didn't hear him. Now we're seeing the lips move. Maybe it was like, you know, you got to be yelling at the top of your lungs, I got it. So I'm guessing that Church just didn't hear him yell, because he was definitely, the lips were moving. Now, what was the volume? I don't know. Maybe the volume was turned down and Church couldn't hear. It's right out there by the crowd. The crowd's yelling. That, to me, would be the only explanation of what happened. But still, there's no way you can ever yell too loud. I mean, be obnoxious about it. Why not? Make people make jokes about how loud you yell, I got it. If there's like nobody within 50 yards of you, you still at the top of your lungs. I got, you don't have to continue to do it, but just yell, I got it. And somebody's going to say, well, who else did you think was going to catch it? It doesn't matter. That's the kind of habit you get into that prevents plays like what just happened. For whatever reason, there was a lack of communication, whether the volume wasn't there or whatever. I don't know what it was.
3-2 count on Clement, who had a 2-run homer, a bomb yesterday. Foul tips, and Soto not able to hang on.
That's good work, Greg.
Well, let's check it out. It's from Jeff Clements himself on improving as a team. I think we're all trying to do too much. We have to keep it simple and relaxed, but that is easier said than done. Clement, a drive toward left center field, sending Bird back, and Bird is there to make the catch.
Oh, the way the ball jumps off his bat.
1-0 Cubs. Help send your favorite Pirates to this year's All-Star Game by voting up to 25 times at Pirates.com. Visit Pirates.com, cast your ballot now for your 2010 All-Stars. Vote early and vote often. Vote today at Pirates.com. 0-0 game. Randy Wells will lead off the third inning. 1-0 game, I should say. It should be a 0-0 game. The ball was not caught in left center field. And they're checking out those All-Star ballots right now. You can do it here at the ballpark. Grab a bunch of them.
That's the fun way.
Old-fashioned way. Yeah, that is the fun way.
That is the way you should vote.
Yep. But if you can't,
get online.
Or do both. Come to the game, get a bunch of ballots, and then when you're home,
get your iPad out.
You can do that too. If you have one of those.
Doesn't everybody have one?
Take it from our producer, the expert. Foul off to the left. By the pitcher, Randy Wells. 3 for 14 at the plate this season. Until Pirates pitchers start getting out opponents' pitchers on a more regular basis, we'll continue to talk about it. It's a problem. Sharply hit and off the glove of Cedeno.
I had the knuckle on him. It was hit so hard that sometimes when a ball is centered like that, they won't have any speed. They won't have any spin, and they'll become a knuckleball. I'm thinking that might be what happened here. That looked like a catcher trying to catch Wakefield, didn't it?
Yeah.
I think that ball was knuckling.
E6. He's in some pain too. Maybe that right hand stinging.
I got him in the right hip. It looked like when he took a couple of steps forward, like he had a little limp. Then he looked like he just favoring a little. I think it hit him right in the hip.
Strike on Fukudome. Here's another look at the play. Yeah.
Right knee. Hit him
just
above the knee.
Above the knee. One ball, one strike to count on Fukudome. And a throw over and a close play. The pitcher, Randy Wells. Boy, Ohlendorf was thrown over his last start, wasn't he?
Yeah. Well, remember, he's been thrown over enough to where he's already thrown a couple away this year. He's maybe gotten carried away with it a tad. But
yeah, that was against with Tim Hudson at first base. Hudson had just singled, and the Atlanta Braves were leading 5-0 in the fourth inning, and he was throwing over with Hudson at first.
And he threw over with I know he threw one away on a pickoff throw against the Reds in this last road trip, didn't he?
Yeah, he did. His last start.
Well, they've never booked.
Well, 3-1 now. Yeah, but the odd thing about it, again, throwing over there with a pitcher at first base. Sharply hit. Nice play, Walker, but he cannot hang on to it as he stumbled going to the ground and couldn't come up with it cleanly. It'll be a base hit, putting runners at first and second.
Off the bat, it's hit hard, and you're wondering, are we going to get it? And then you thought, great play. And you see the ball dribble behind him. Had it in the glove. Maybe his knee came forward as he hit the ground and knocked the ball out of his glove.
So Ross Ohlendorf not getting the defense behind him. That would have been certainly a nice play, but Walker not able to stick in his glove. The ball Soriano hit that wasn't caught. The ball Wells hit that isn't caught, and now time is called as Domit goes out to talk to Ohlendorf. Frustrations for John Russell as his club Went 1-6 on the most recent trip. The Pirates have lost 8 of their last 10. They've lost 5 in a row overall, and now 11 games under 500.
It's been difficult since the road trip. We went through Chicago, Philly, and we took 3 out of 5. First winning road trip in quite some time. It's been rough since that point.
Hoping for better things at home. The Pirates are 11-12. Cubs are 10-14 away from Wrigley.
We have to start scoring some more runs.
The Parrot knows it.
He needs to help out. He's not doing his part.
1 ball, 1 strike. You hear that, Parrot? New hat and all.
I think the Parrot gets everything before anybody else. No matter what, whatever the hot item might be, the Parrot's got it.
Yep. Hit deep, it is hooking.
It is a foul potato.
Oh.
I knew it right off the bat. Even when he was, kind of upset there a little bit, that ball was probably still fair at that time, but he can see the hook on it, knows he's got no chance.
One-two pitch. Drive to right center. McCutchen there. Runner at second is going to tag, but not go anywhere. That being the pitcher, Randy Wells. And that's the first out.
I was surprised he didn't move up. I was about to praise him for getting back in the position to tag up. It was going to have to be a relay throw all the way. Where that ball was, McCutchen wasn't going to throw the ball all the way to third base. And I think with 1 out, we would have probably let him go to third without a uncontested. You want to keep Fukudome at first in case you get double play ball. I went from praise to he lost his nerve.
Derek Lee hit into a force play in the first inning. Andy LaRoche diving to his left to cut off the Lee ground ball. Ball at 2.
Curveball there. This one rolls right off the table. It's rolling along the table and it falls off.
Blocked by Doman.
Beautiful. Did not try to catch that with the glove. Just get the glove down between the legs and let that ball take you in the chest protector. Here it is from the side. Glove in the dirt. Ball comes up. You want it to hit something soft.
Yes. They'll appeal it, but Tim McClellan sees what we saw, strike 3.
Well, he went right after him with the hooks. The good one for the swing and a miss, then buried one in the dirt and puts this one shin high for the check swing.
McClellan.
Yes, he did. You are out.
Ollendorf now with 3 strikeouts. He punched out Aramis Ramirez in the first. Ollendorf wants to talk it over with Doman.
Yeah, this has to be a huge concern with the Cubs and Ramos Ramirez continuing to hit so poorly. I mean, if they have a .160 hitter, that cleanup for them all year, their season is essentially over with.
I figure Ramirez is eventually going to get it going. As we said, he missed a handful of games with that sore thumb.
I mean, you're talking about one of the highest payrolls in baseball, Chicago Cubs. And their season will be over by the All-Star break.
And Ollendorf is ahead of Ramirez, 0-2 now.
Take a look at that record. You know, the Cubs, they're only 6 games back. They could be happy about that, but being 3 games under 500 with all the named players they have, they're just very lucky that they're playing in the Central.
And LaRoche, rather than tag third, he'll just gun it to second for the forced error. So no harm done. And it is 1-0 Cubs. For the achiever in us all. A win today, and the Pirates take over the all-time Memorial Day victory list.
Now, does that look good?
Oh, I tell you, it is a humid
I'm not
day.
wet right now. I'm just not that cool.
It's 81 degrees outside. It is 95 in the booth. So, yeah, we're with you on that one. No question, a humid day. Checking out our thermometer.
Yeah,
It's up to 98.
Well, it can't be that hot, can it?
Where are you sitting?
95? Here, Greg, I'm going to move it to a different location. I'm going to test and see if it was just where you had it.
Right.
There could be a real hot spot in here.
Well, yeah, get it that cool place in the booth.
I've moved it to a cooler spot.
Okay, thank you. Ronnie Cedeno at the plate. The former Cub takes ball 1. Hitting .300 against the Cubs this season, .261 overall. Cedeno was 9 for 20 on the road trip.
Hit 6th in the lineup yesterday. Yesterday's lineup was really a put the names in the hat almost type deal. Jarrah was really moving things around, shaking them up. Garrett Jones over in left field yesterday.
SpongeBob is here to soak it all in. Jimmy Buffett fan. Ramirez throws out Cedeno. 1 down here in the 3rd. Randy Wells, as we said earlier, did not retire a batter on Friday.
He's made up for it now. We ain't got a hit yet.
Ross Ollendorf. He's 0 for his last 14, including 0 for 7 this year. His last hit came August 30th against the Brewers in Milwaukee last season. Memorial Day 2010 at PNC Park. Strike is called. Easy work for Wells against Ollendorf. 2 up, 2 down, and it'll bring up Andrew McCutchen. It's a kids Sunday here at PNC Park when the Pirates host the Giants this Sunday, and all kids get one of these Andrew McCutchen replica jerseys courtesy of Chevrolet. All youngsters 14 and under get one of these alternate jerseys courtesy of Chevrolet. Pirates.com for tickets. Enjoy the family fun zone before the game on Federal Street. The kids run the bases after the game thanks to HK Pretzels. Another day for the kids this Sunday. Pirates and Giants at 1:35.
I always like those double numbers like that, 11, 22.
And of course, I love those alternate jersey tops. Those are neat looking jerseys. Pirates wear on occasion. Strike is called. 0-2 on McCutchen. He flied to center field in the 1st.
Wells knew that McCutchen would be taking a couple, trying to let Ollendorf cool off in the dugout a little bit, get a drink of water. He took advantage of it by jumping ahead 0-2.
One of the jobs of a leadoff hitter.
Yeah, you got to take one for the pitcher. And, he makes an out, especially on an afternoon like this. You got to take some time. Whoa.
3-2.
Thought they might have had him with that pitch.
Yeah. From 0-2 to ball 4.
Beautiful. Well, you know, good things happen. You do things right. He went up there taking and got in the hole, but then he got a couple of inside pitches that he got the call on. There was a breaking pitch there that I think it might have been called as high as it was inside.
Neil Walker now.
Oh, Andrew run. Big lead.
It looked like he might have been leaning. No one has even attempted a stolen base this season against Randy Wells.
You know, I was talking to Rob during the pregame, and I think Rob said that it's been a couple of weeks since McCutchen's even tried to steal a base.
He has 2 the whole month of May, and that was in the same game.
When there's 2 outs, it's a running situation. 2 outs, you're the only guy on. You're a base stealer. You got to take the bag, or get thrown out trying.
Last year, 14 of 18 successfully stole against Randy Wells. We're talking to Tony Beasley, third base coach, base running instructor about the fact that McCutcheon has not stolen much this month, and he said that is true. McCutcheon knows it. He said the one thing about our club as what is now, right now, everybody knows he's the one guy that can really concentrate on.
Well, you know, Greg, it doesn't matter what your club is made up of. McCutcheon will always be a guy that you concentrate on. So I don't look at that as a reason for him not running. The reasons I see is that he got thrown out a couple of times in a row and kind of lost his confidence. I think that's as much of anything. Plus, we've been behind a lot. You don't want to get thrown out stealing if you're behind by a bunch. You know, and that's probably happened a few times this month when he's been out there. He's thinking, well, we're down by 4 or 5 runs. I'm not going to run. But everybody is always going to be concentrating on him. I mean, there's no secret. He's one of the 2 or 3 fastest guys in the National League. He gets on base, you're going to watch him.
Line to left field by Walker. Neil Walker. Line single to left. His first home game. And home is Pittsburgh for Neil Walker. First home game this season.
And home game really means something to Neil.
Two on, 2 out for Andy LaRoche.
Over the years, that home team type thing has kind of lost a little bit of meaning, I think.
Well, this is an opportunity here, Bob, that Andy LaRoche really needs to come through on. He only has 11 RBIs.
Yeah, if you're a corner outfielder or a corner infielder, you're an RBI guy. It just comes with the territory. You got to knock in runs.
And of course, now that Neil Walker is up here, Walker has a chance to solidify second base every day. There had been talk that maybe LaRoche would move over there, but if Walker succeeds at second, when Alvarez arrives, Pedro Alvarez, I mean, unless LaRoche is hitting, he's essentially out of a position, so he really needs to get it going here. Grounded to short. On to second for the force there. Through 3 innings, the score remains the Cubs 1, Pirates nothing. Roberto Clemente hits a bases-loaded walk-off single in the 11th inning. The Pirates beat the Reds 4-3. Dick Grote had 5 hits that day at Forbes Field. Day, thank you, Day Automotive. Strike called on Mike Fontenot. He flied to left field in the second. One ball, one strike on the second baseman. Alfonso Soriano follows, then Soto. Popped it up. Ryan Church in left. Ollendorf gets the first out here in the fourth. Now Soriano, who hit that fly ball to left center field. McCutchen and Church converged, and they both let it drop between them. They went for a triple. He scored on a ground ball.
Curveball, if I remember right, that he hit a long ways into the gap. See if he sticks hard stuff with him. It's a fastball for first pitch strike. Looked like a little two-seam job. A little sink on it. There's the straight change.
Popped it up. Foul territory. Clement with some room. And 2 down.
Let's play some trivia, Rick.
Let's do that. It's brought to you by AT&T Mobility. AT&T Rethink Possible. By what name was Memorial Day originally known? Oh, this is a Bob Balk question if I ever heard one. What do you got for us, Bob? I know you know.
It's like a VE Day or Victory Day, something like that. Oh, I'm getting the buzzer in my ear.
I like that one. I thought you had it.
Maybe that became Veterans Day.
Probably so. 0-2 on Soto. Check. This time, no. From Tim McClellan.
Nice flowers. They're always trying to give us hints.
Yeah. Line to left on the 1-2 pitch by Ollendorf. Soto singles. Brings up Starlin Castro. Soto is on with 2 away. Starlin Castro made his debut May the 7th in Cincinnati. Hit a 3-run homer, his first at bat. 20 years old. At 20 years, 44 days, became the youngest player to play shortstop in Cubs history, the youngest to make his debut as a Cub since Oscar Gamble in August of 1969. Two 2-0 on Castro. More hints, huh? I'm not getting it.
We've gotten 2 flower shots.
Yeah.
I don't know.
3-0 the count.
Flowers. No, I can't wait for the answer now.
Count 3-1. Pitcher Wells on deck.
Sure wasn't.
More hints.
Wasn't VE day. Huh?
Apparently not. You got the buzzer.
It's like a VE, like, isn't that victory in Europe?
Yeah. Strike 2.
Beautiful. Paint, colors. Something to do with colors.
Yes.
Colors.
You're getting there.
No, they're saying no.
Oh. Now Castro has walked only 3 times unintentionally since coming up. Close to 90 plate appearances. So he swings just about anything near the plate. And this ball hit toward right field.
Routine.
Garrett Jones makes the catch. 1 man left on. The Cubs have a 1-0 lead after 3.5. Memorial Day originally known. We had all those flower shots as hints.
Yeah.
And that means Decoration Day. Officially changed to Memorial Day in 1967.
I think that was a worthwhile change.
Trying to figure out why in the world it was Decoration Day. I just don't.
Well, decorated soldiers, medals, that sort of thing.
Well, yeah, it certainly was a worthwhile change.
Yeah. Very worthwhile.
Yeah.
I like Memorial Day much better.
Now Garrett Jones talked about his grandfather, John Jones, now lives in Grand Ledge, Michigan. Served in World War II. Fought in the Battle of the Bulge.
He's a sergeant, 29th Infantry.
We're told that he was actually lost about 6 weeks before he was able to make his way back.
I think that happened a lot in the Battle of the Bulge. A lot of units were overran in the first 48 hours.
So we salute Garrett's grandfather, Sergeant John Jones, on this day, and everybody on Memorial Day.
Also known as Decoration Day.
That's right.
So.
And at 3 o'clock, everybody throughout the country in baseball will pay tribute for a moment of silence. 5 other games going on in the big leagues. As Garrett Jones fouls off another from Randy Wells.
Sign the board for Garrett. Welcome to Harvey, Illinois, home of Garrett Jones and the Dixie Square Mall.
Harvey, Illinois.
I don't feel like there's a lot of shopping in the Dixie Square Mall.
Headed up the middle, but the shortstop Castro able to get Garrett Jones. 1 away. And the Pirates will battle the San Francisco Giants on Friday night. All fans get a Pirates batting practice cap. Paul Mahalam showing you. Courtesy of West Penn Allegheny Health System. Pirates batting practice caps given away to all fans this Friday night. Visit Pirates.com.
Only way you can get one. You can't even get one of those at the Dixie Square Mall.
No.
Gotta show up. Isn't there an S on Illinois?
There is an S on Illinois, yes.
That's what I thought. Let's mark it over there.
1 ball, 1 strike to count on Ryan Church. Hit a soft liner to the shortstop, Starlin Castro. Now 1 ball and 2 strikes. Pirates with just the 1 hit so far and 3 1/3. Down goes Church. Second K for Randy Wells.
What this pitch was, it's just like an inside fastball. Might have cut a little bit. And by that I mean moved in on Church. Just slightly as it crossed the plate. Couldn't see a lot of movement on it though.
Domet grounded out to Derek Lee. Back in the second. Pirates facing Randy Wells for the 2nd time this season. They did a number on him back on May the 6th. He lasted just 2 innings against Pittsburgh. Pirates scored 7 runs off of him. They went on to win the game 11-1. Ryan Domet had a big RBI double off the wall in that 5-run first inning. And he draws the free pass. Already the 3rd walk for Randy Wells, who again came in to this game.
I think Wells is a little upset with the home plate umpire.
Must be. Just 11 walks coming into this game.
I saw him kind of wave after ball 4, like, get out of here. There's no way that's a ball. But maybe there could have been like some gnats or something in front of him waving at those.
A unique start his last time out, facing 6 Cardinals. Did not retire a single hitter, but also didn't walk a batter or give up a home run. No starter had done that in over 22 years.
Didn't walk a batter or give up a home run?
Yeah. Facing just 6 hitters. Since 1952, that's only happened to 4 other pitchers. Jeff Clement fly to left center in the second. Wells has given up 5 home runs Just over 60 innings of work.
The last time up, hit the barrel of the ball pretty good. As it, again, kind of in the same spot, though. Just out there in that deep corner.
Still a 1-0 Cubs lead after 4 at PNC Park. For more information, click on fsninsider.com today. The Hoops Classic, Saturday, June 19th. And Ollendorf back to work, faces Randy Wells, and then the top of the batting order for the Chicago Cubs. A run, 3 hits for Chicago. No runs, 1 hit for Pittsburgh. And Randy Wells reached on an error by the shortstop, Cedeno. Here the second baseman, Walker, right by the bag. Makes the catch. 1 pitch, 1 out. I'll bring up Kosuke Fukudome. Fukudome has struck out and reached on an infield hit.
He'll probably be doing what Andrew did earlier when Ollendorf made it out in front of him. Yeah, you would think that Fukudome would take a few pitches. He's taken a long time getting in the box. So as a pitcher, you want to take advantage of that and go right at the strike zone. Probably take another one. Now, that's not a give me like the first pitch. But still, use that to your advantage to get ahead.
Missed. 1 ball, 1 strike.
These are little small things that come up in the course of a ball game. But anything you can use to help you get through an inning, you got to take advantage of it. Yeah, Fukudome was taking all the way there until he got 2 strikes. It's almost like now he's glancing over in the dugout.
Can I swing now?
Yeah, did you get your drink of water? You in the shade? Taking about as much time off the clock as he can. Like he took a little walk, slow to get back in. But that's part of being a leadoff hitter. That's one of the things that you have to do, especially an afternoon like this. You've got to give your starting pitcher a time to get his breath, get something to drink, sit down, cool off. Try to make that at bat last as long as you can. And a similar type at bat after getting ahead 1-2. Now he's gone full count. Same thing happened with Andrew. Andrew ended up walking. That was 2-seam fastball. Just upstairs with it. Domi on without ever swinging at a pitch.
Check out the AGH Sports Medicine injury update. Jack Tashner, Pirates left-handers, on the 15-day disabled list. He had an appearance on Saturday with Altoona, 1 inning, expected to pitch tonight against Reading, and probably, if all goes well, would come off the disabled list on Wednesday. See how that goes. Okay, that's our injury update. Thanks to our friends at Allegheny General Hospital Sports Medicine, official medical provider of the Pittsburgh Pirates. Just taken for a strike. We talked to Neil Huntington about Steve Pearce yesterday. Steve Pearce continuing to come along slowly. You just never know about ankle sprains, Bob. Sometimes sprains, you've heard this before, are worse than breaks. And they're nagging.
I could see him being bothered by getting on the airplane yesterday.
Yeah.
Still be a little soreness in there.
So Pierce, who was getting an opportunity to play first base more and more regularly, is now on the disabled list, and no targeted date to come off the DL. But you know, that break, it is a break for Neil Walker. With him going on the DL, Walker called up, and Walker now getting the chance to play every day.
It's kind of turned into something. At first, you come up, take somebody's spot on the roster, and you get out there and you get 3 or 4 good games in a row. Now he's, at least for the short run, he's going to be an everyday player. And a bigger opportunity has now presented itself to Neil. And Neil obviously a part of the future of this team.
Down on strikes goes Marlon Byrd, and John Russell won't use the term benching. Obviously most managers don't do that, but that's essentially what it is for Aki Iwamura. He certainly has lost his starting job, and Walker will play the majority of second base. He's, according to John Russell, not giving Walker the job, but he'll be there the majority of the time. Could still see some time at third base, but primarily the focus at second. And Aki Iwamura will be on the bench for a while, and even Iwamura might see some time at third base. Ball 1. It's just been a miserable time for Aki Iwamura. That knee I think, has been more of a problem than he wants to admit. Most players don't want to use that as an excuse, but that bulky knee brace has certainly slowed him down. 1 ball, 1 strike on Derek Lee.
Yeah, maybe, let's say he doesn't play for a couple of weeks. Maybe just sitting,
might be the best thing for him.
Yeah, and you work on some things in the batting cage a little more than maybe you normally would, because you're not playing that night, so you don't have to save energy for the game. And in a couple of weeks, maybe he's back to being what he was even before he hurt his knee.
Iwamura for now sits.
Pirates need everybody.
Yeah. Two and 1 on Derek Lee. Balls and a strike on Derek Lee. Second walk of the inning. First 2 of the game for Ohlendorf. To go along with 4 strikeouts. He's also hit a batter. Ramirez has struck out and bounced into a force play.
You know, in this situation here, you're thinking, well, I got Ramirez up there. He's really struggling. This could be what I'm looking for to end this inning. But then on the other hand, you remember what kind of player Aramis Ramirez has been in his career to this point, and he'd be the last guy you want to step up there and run in the starting position. So even though he is really scuffling, you're still thinking, okay, I gotta pitch him tough.
It's this ball foul out of play off to the right. In just a couple of minutes, baseball will pause at 3 o'clock. Be a short moment of silence and then a minute-long video on the scoreboard. A ball and a strike on Ramirez.
Ross would love to get this last out before we get to that 3 o'clock mark.
Line just foul. Just foul.
Thank you. Every now and then you get a break in a game. And that was a big one. Fair territory, and then just right at the last moment, hooks enough to get on the other side of the line.
Another happy fan with a baseball. Ball, 2 strikes. Somebody grunted. Now, whether that was Ollendorf or Ramirez, I don't know. Ramirez does that too on occasion. A big swing. He'll grunt as he swings. Bob, does it matter in terms of whether you're pitcher or the offense or the defense when the game stops for a minute and a half? You mentioned Ollendorf would like to kind of get beyond it before.
Yeah, I don't know exactly how they're going to handle this situation. I don't think he wants to stand out there. He's having a long inning and now stand out in the sun.
Right.
For a little ceremony.
Oh, good timing.
Yeah, excellent.
Just about 3 o'clock, so he will get back into that dugout.
of those who walked beside us, now no longer there. Make us humble, make us knowing and accepting what is done on this day for all the fallen. Make this nation
Thank you. Memorial Day 2010. A special moment of silence and tribute throughout ballparks across the country. And Randy Wells will just now come out to the mound to start loosening up for the bottom half of inning number 5. Cubs in front by a 1-0 score. Ronnie Cedeno, Ross Ollendorf, and Andrew McCutcheon will be due up. Hope you're enjoying your day and hope you had a great weekend. Bucks and Cubs for game 1 of the 3-game series. We'll continue tomorrow night, Wednesday night, then an off day Thursday. We'll, of course, be part of the Gilda's Club event that Paul Mahalam and his wife Jessica are co-hosting this Thursday at the Gilda's Club on Smallman Street in the Strip District from 6 to 9 p.m. The Gilda's benefit. You can, by the way, still get tickets. But do that now. Make that phone call, 412-338-1919. A bunch of Pirates players will be on hand with some great auction items, delicious food and beverages, silent auction and raffle. 412-338-1919. This Thursday night, 6 to 9 p.m. at the Gilda's Club of Western Pennsylvania on Smallman Street in the Strip District. 412-338-1919. Ronnie Cedeno grounded out in the 3rd. Here's that phone number again. You can jot it down and make that call and be a part of it. Should be a fun night this Thursday, 6 to 9 p.m. The Gilda's Club providing meeting places where men, women, and children living with cancer, along with their families and friends, can join with others, build social and emotional support as they supplement their medical care. 412-338-1919 this Thursday night. Now full count. Cedeno tries to get on, and Ollendorf can move them along. A 1-0 game. And a pop-up. Center fielder Marlon Bird will make the catch. Also, coming up this Sunday, it's Bats Against Breast Cancer, the Women's Baseball Clinic hosted by Lastings Village. It'll benefit the Allegheny General Breast Center. An interactive clinic just for women. On Sunday, there will be a Q&A after the clinic. Pirate celebrities in attendance. Have access to the PNC Park playing field and the bullpen areas. Cost to participate, $99. A portion of this registration fee donated to the Allegheny General Breast Center. You can contact Charlene to reserve your spot. She can be reached at 412-325-4691. There's Lastings Village. Going to host that event this Sunday. Two down. Time to check out today's EasyToUse.com minor league connection. The Pirates have reacquired Jonathan Van Every, who played some games for the Boston Red Sox this season. The Pirates had dealt him to Boston. Now he's back. And they also trade a minor leaguer to Boston, Joshua Kelly. As Andrew McCutchen comes to the plate.
Here we go again. There's the, you got to take that Ohlendorf. Get back in that dugout.
And
or
sharply hit.
That'll take up some time.
Well, we're back to where we were, Bob, in the third inning
Yes,
about
we
McCutchen running.
You know, you're in a situation here too with Wells where he's throwing a pretty good ball game. Now it's a 2-hit shutout, 1 hitter before that pitch. But still, he's taken a lot of pitches to get to this point. I mean, he's still not through 5 innings. He's over 80 pitches. Despite the fact that he's throwing a shutout, it looks like the Pirates are at least pushing his pitch count up to where we can get in the bullpen. I agree, Greg. Here we are. Same thing. What's McCutchen going to do?
Not going on the first pitch in the dirt.
That would have been a nice one to run on.
I said earlier that no one has attempted to steal yet against Wells in 10 previous starts. And in terms of the numbers for Soto behind the plate and throwing out runners, he is 6 out of 36.
That left center field gap just wide open right now for Walker. Soriano overcovering the line. Bird is shading a little bit toward left center, but I still think there's way too much room over there. That's where Walker likes to hit the ball. Something up and away, driving in 4-10 sign. To the false break. Hurt somebody, I think. There he goes. Threw on the brakes. He didn't like his jump. I think he wanted to run, but he just didn't feel confident. Again, it's got to be a lack of confidence, Greg, more than anything else. But just not real happy with the breaks he's getting.
Steals in 16 attempts on the year and just 4 attempts all month.
Slippery over there too, it looks like. The drizzle we had earlier in the game.
2-1 now on Neil Walker.
The first inning and a half, we had a pretty steady drizzle going on, and the sun hasn't dried out the infield completely as of yet.
James Russell loosens in the bullpen for the Chicago Cubs. And now it goes to 3-1. Russell's probably getting up there for Garrett Jones, should we get to that point in this inning. It's the pitch count, 85 for Randy Wells. Big pitch, 3-1 count. Lined in the left center field by Walker. McCutchen is motoring, but he is going to be held, and quickly the ball gets into second base.
They got that ball in the gap, but not really with any authority to where it could scoot through. And a softly hit out there. Great jump by Bird, not only getting to that ball as quickly as he did, but how about the throw into second base, keeping Walker at first.
That was textbook by Marlon Byrd.
Marlon Byrd plays this almost like an infielder. Gets over there, he cuts it off. Not even a thought of third base. He knows they have no chance of getting McCutchen. I'm just going to make sure Walker goes nowhere.
Neil Walker continues to hit. McCutchen shaking his head. I wonder if he's not thinking about that. He has said this before, that he wants to go back into that dugout and think to himself, I tried to steal every time I thought I had a chance.
Well, here's twice now where he hasn't gone.
Yeah.
And both teams, both
times Walker has
there's been a single that would have drove him in if he would have been at second base.
Yeah.
I'm not saying that all he has to do is just take off running and he's going to be safe.
There's more to it than that, certainly, but you don't get to second if you don't run, right? Walker knows it. Rather, McCutcheon knows it, so does Walker. First and third, and now LaRoche. Again, we pointed out earlier, 11 RBIs.
LaRoche comes through here. It's a mute point. But that's the deal with 2 outs, why you feel like that's a running situation. Because it's going to take 2 hits to score you from first. And to get back-to-back hits with 2 outs, you look at the odds of that, not that good.
Now LaRoche finds himself in the hole, 0-2.
The league average on a 2-out base hit, I'm just guessing off the top of my head. I could be all wrong, but it's probably around 260 or so, maybe.
Yeah.
And now, what's the average of getting back-to-back hits?
Right.
2 outs. I'm thinking it's a lot less than that, and that's what you're looking at. And then you have to weigh that against, well, what's the guy's success ratio of stealing second? And that's how you make that decision.
Dribbler foul. Try it again.
Definitely would be a nice clutch hit to pick up.
To the right too. Fukudome
Hit it decent.
Cubs still lead 1-0. McCutcheon 1 for 2, single and a walk. Alfonso Soriano given credit for the triple and scoring a run. Giovanni Soto with an RBI. 1-0 Cubbies. On to the 6th. Fontenot in the game. The Cubs skipper Lou Piniella talked today about benching their second baseman Ryan Theriot today. So both starting second basemen have been benched. Pirates Iwamura, Cubbies benching Terrio. Mike Fontenot lines it to left, and the catch is made by Ryan Church. Shoe-top catch.
I didn't know if I was going to get called there for a moment. I was looking at both umpires, and nobody did anything for a while.
Ryan Church able to hold on. Another look from another angle.
He definitely caught it.
Strike on Soriano.
Well, this is definitely the game we were hoping to see from Ross Ollendorf. A lot more of these from Ross. A fly ball in left center would have been caught. Yeah, nothing but zeros for either team.
To McCutchen putting on the afterburners, and he makes a fine sliding grab.
A redeemer for that first ball that Soriano hit. The degree of difficulty up there quite a bit on that one. Racing into that gap.
Andrew McCutchen.
Not much of a gap out there with him in center field, is it?
No, either gap. Soto's ground ball in the second brought in Soriano, the game's only run. And he singled on a 1-2 pitch in the fourth inning. Time called, but Ollendorf goes ahead and delivers. Even on the catcher. .411 on base percentage this year for Soto. Two and one.
Nice little comeback year for him to this point.
Drawing a lot of walks. Yeah, last year down season.
Huge sophomore jinx. By the way, I moved that thermometer to the cool spot.
Yes.
It's now 90.
Oh.
So you had
Not
it
nearly as bad.
had it in a very warm area.
Popped up. Shallow center. Second baseman Walker backpedals. And he makes the catch. 1, 2, 3 go the Cubbies. Couple of lineouts and a pop-up. Giovanni Soto, the Cubs catcher, unhappy about it.
freeze it.
Ah, well done. The freeze cam brought to you by Coors Light, the world's most refreshing beer. How can you do that?
Talent.
Do you have a button up here?
Yeah, it's a button. But actually, it's hid, though. It's underneath the table. I hit it every now and then. It's going to be tough to get those mountains to turn blue today. You better have a lot of eyes.
Oh, boy, you're not kidding.
Ross is enjoying the heat. Texas guy. He's used to this. This is the type of weather he grew up in.
New pitcher for the Cubs, James Russell.
Just doing a little work there on the back of the mound, writing something down.
Remembering a loved one. It's something these pitchers will do throughout the course of a season. Zach Duke does that. Garrett Jones faces the left-hander. James Russell has held the opposition scoreless in 13 of his 17 outings. Last 8 appearances, a 1.46 ERA. Drive to right. Garrett G.I. Jones. That's for Grandpa right there. That is for Sergeant John Jones on Memorial Day to tie it at 1. How about that?
Bringing the lefty. Takes a Jones to start off the inning. He doesn't care.
Number 6 for Garrett G.I. Jones. The Coors Light Cold Hard Blast. You just saw it. Brought to you by Coors Light, the world's most refreshing beer.
Down and in. Might have even been a little below the knees. Just a cannon shot.
Now Lasting's millage. Garrett Jones.
All right, we got that one back for Ross.
And Safe Auto Insurance reminds you that you are safe at home with Safe Auto, proudly supporting the Obadiah Cole Foundation for prostate cancer screening and awareness. Early detection is the cure. Garrett Jones was telling us earlier that his grandfather, John Jones, served in World War II, Battle of the Bulge. Watching today from Grand Ledge, Michigan. And lo and behold, he homers on this day. 1-1. One and 2 on the pinch hitter Lasting's millage. Enjoying it with Ryan Church.
Well, that's where you wanted it, Soto.
Yeah.
Didn't work out, though. Soto pounding the ground with his glove. Get Russell to throw it downstairs. Again, same spot. Now it's full count. We have to find the plate with one sooner or later.
Fly ball to the right fielder, Fukudome. Millage is the first out of the bottom of the 6th inning. Village's playing time has been drastically reduced this past month.
None. Almost turned into a platoon situation. Pirates need to find some power for somewhere, and Miller's not providing it, at least not yet. talked earlier about corner position guys need to be RBI men. There's a premium on defense when you play up the middle. It's catching, second base, shortstop, center field. And you make some trade-offs out on the corner. It's hard for me to explain why, but that's kind of just the way it's been in baseball.
Base hit for Doman.
It's like if you get a premier defensive player on the corner that is also an offensive force, you just kind of look at that as the frosting on the cake.
Doman batting from the right side against the lefty Russell singles, and now left-hand hitting Jeff Clement. He is 0 for 2. Clement batting .258 against the left-handers this year.
He's hit better, yeah, against lefties.
That was the case in the minor leagues too when he was acquired from Seattle last season. Clement hit .286 against lefties, .190 versus righties while playing at AAA Indy last season. As this one to the right side. Fontenot gets to it and retires Clement on the play. Doman moves to second.
I wouldn't think that Cedeno would have an opportunity to hit here.
Comes Lou Piniella.
Ross Ollendorf on the on-deck circle. Ross might be done for the day now.
Piniella's going to go to the right-hander. Columbia Gas 8-1-1 call to the pen. We'll tell you about the new pitcher as the Pirates now look to take the lead here at PNC Park.
Memorial Day boning. Somebody's working though on Memorial Day. There's got to be somebody on the, what do you call that, the pilot house or that barge?
Is that what it is?
Wheelhouse, pilot house. Some kind of a name like that. The Mary Rose. Jeff Stevens on the pitch now for the Cubbies, and it looks like they're going to go ahead and pitch to Cedeno.
Figure that the Pirates are bluffing, maybe?
Well, I mean, I don't think they would bluff. I think Ollendorf would be out of the game. I think that their choice right here is they would rather pitch to Cedeno than any of the pinch hitters. be the reasoning I think that Lou is going with.
Yeah, they figured.
You got Crosby,
they figured Olador staying in the game.
Yeah,
if Olador staying in the game, they would of course pitch around Cedeno.
Well, I kind of thought that they would perhaps leave Russell in there, potentially walk Cedeno, wait till they said who they were going to pinch hit with,
right,
and then make the pitching change. You could have a matchup you want, or make the Pirates burn 2 players for 1 pinch hitting appearance. But they decided to go after Cedeno instead. And it's going to be in the seats.
In terms of available bench players, the Pirates have Bobby Crosby from the right side, switch hitters Ryan Doman and Dylan Young, and from the left side, Aki Iwamura.
That's Jaramillo and
Dylan Young and Jaramillo. Yeah.
I think you mentioned Doman's name.
Doman,
he's busy right now.
He's at second base. He won't be able to pinch hit. Strike 3 called. Cedeno not happy.
Who made the choice, and it paid off.
Garrett Jones. Ross Ohlendorf, he's been good. Rain or shine. There's starting to rain. And back to the sunshine. Allowing the 1 run on just 3 hits. 5 strikeouts. Make you smile. Brought to you by our friends at Aspen Dental.
As hard as it was raining there, I was surprised they were able to continue and get through that inning. But they fought through it.
Yep.
And now it's beautiful out.
And now Milligan left as he pinch hit for Church.
Seriously, did you see any rain? Did you see rain, Greg?
Yes.
Okay.
Could you not see that? Man, get yourself a better monitor.
I gotta get some glasses. I just take whatever the gypsies give me. Whatever monitor I got.
Popped up. Right field. Jones. Now Jeff Stevens will sit back down, the pitcher.
I didn't think there was going to be much chance he was going to hit.
Xavier Nady will bat. You were right, Bob. He's not going to hit. No, Nady will.
Nice hitting for Nady.
He was a popular guy when he was here. Left on a good note. Class guy. We just don't want him to do anything good here, that's all. Nady recovering from Tommy John surgery last summer. It's been a slow recovery. Can barely throw in the outfield. Evan Meek loosens up. Breaking ball for a strike. Nady had a pinch hit home run against the Dodgers last Wednesday. Oh, 0-2 on the X-Man, Xavier Nady. Parts of 3 seasons with the Bucks. In the dirt, down on strikes. Doma throws to first to complete the K, and it's 2 down here in the 7th. 6 strikeouts for Ole.
He seems to be getting better.
Yeah.
As he gets deeper in this game. Especially if you go by some of the swings that we're seeing from the Cubs of late.
Fukudome has one of the hits for the Cubs, one of 3 hits, and it was an infield base hit in the 3rd, knocked down by Neil Walker at 2nd. He's also struck out and walked. The
century mark. You see a lot of mustaches on this club.
Yeah.
I think we got an Oakland A thing going or something.
Domet's got one going.
Does Steve Pierce, doesn't he have a mustache?
Yeah. Zach Duke.
I see something.
LaRoche. Looks like Chris Chakabauskas has something going.
You've got a little something here too, don't you? No, I guess not.
Toward the line and left, and Millage the running grab. He had several acres to cover, but he got there to make the play. That will likely do it for Ross Ohlendorf. of the season. It's coming up this Saturday night as the Pirates host the Giants at 7:05. After the game, Sky Blast 1 featuring Collective Soul live in concert, plus Zambelli fireworks. A PNC Park favorite, Collective Soul. For tickets, visit Pirates.com. Former Cub Bob Howery returns after being let go by the Diamondbacks.
Not been very effective so far.
I believe his overall numbers.
Yeah.
He's been better as a Cub. He was in Arizona at a 10.67 ERA in 14 outings.
Well, the Cubs weren't getting very good work out of their bullpen.
That's been changed again with the addition of Howery recently as Aki Iwamura bounces the first pitch to Derek Lee, and boy, does he hear it. Iwamura, who's lost his starting job at second as a pinch hitter, bounces to Lee. First out here at the bottom of the 7th inning.
Well, this has been kind of a nice combination here today, McCutchen and Walker. See what they can do. McCutchen on. He gets on now, just one out. Not necessarily such a pressure situation to make a steal in. Go ahead and let Walker hit. You know, if McCutchen does stay in this leadoff spot for any length of time and start running again, that will change things for Walker. He's going to have to learn how to hit with a premier base stealer on base. There's a little knack to that. It's kind of like being a number 8 guy and having to give the pitcher time to get his wits about him. You're doing a lot of taking. You're risking getting yourself into the hole to allow that base runner to have a couple of pitches to run on.
Walker was a number 2 hitter at AAA Indy with Jose Tabata as the leadoff man. Tabata, the league leader in stolen bases in the International League, but it's a different story at the big league level.
And who knows, how long McCutchen's going to stay in that leadoff spot. They like him hitting third. He's definitely an offensive force in either spot. In third, probably more opportunities for RBIs.
McCutchen pops it up. Derek Lee. 2 up, 2 down. Third annual Pirates Charities on FSN auction live from the Trib Total Media Hall of Fame Club. It's coming up Thursday, June 17th. Keep watching. See all the great items that'll be up for grabs this season. Remember, your generosity supports Pirates Charities' commitment to strengthening our community. Be watching Thursday, June 17th, or be here as the Pirates take on the Chicago White Sox. Do your bidding while you're watching TV, or head out to the Trib Total Media Hall of Fame Club here at PNC Park. Neil Walker.
A lot of fun though in that Hall of Fame Club.
Yeah.
That'd be a neat place to go and watch some of the bidding, even if you weren't going to bid on anything. It's just go take a look. Phone banks will be set up in there. There it is. Heck, any day it's a great place to go and spend a couple of innings.
Keep in mind, you don't need a special ticket.
Once you're in the ballpark, the Hall of Fame Club is wide open to you. Good place to eat, drink, or jump up and down and wave. However you want to do it. Good for everything.
Walker pops it up toward the seats, and Soriano giving chase. People yelling, "Hey, Bartman." People yelling, "Hey, Bartman." Shades of Wrigley Field.
Yeah, you can hear it on the crowd mic. Everybody's yelling Bartman. Wow, I'll tell you.
Well done. Hey, well done, Bucko fan.
I think he's going to make the catch if he doesn't do that.
Nice job.
Bartman, indeed. Get it, Bartman. Get it.
What a nice play, man. That's my ball.
Look, he gave a point.
Way to go. See if Walker can take advantage of it now. Home field advantage. Three and one. Walker now count of 3-2. Fly to right field in the first inning. Fukudome made a diving grab. Singled the other way in the third. And singled to left center field in the fifth. Nice play by Bird to rob him nearly of a double.
We're looking for an extra base hit right now. A double would be just fine. There were 2 outs. Get yourself in the scoring position. But the outfield fairly deep. They're trying to prevent that. We'll give him a single.
It's this one deep to left. Soriano back toward the track, and he makes the catch. Showing some pop the other way, Neil Walker, but 1-2-3 go the Bucks. Soriano not able to make the catch thanks to a fan in the stands. 1-1. Well, if you miss a big play from today's game, we've got the perfect solution for you. Catch Pirates Instant Replay. It's all the runs, all the hits, all the action from this game in just 2 hours. Pirates Instant Replay airs tonight at 8 right here on FSN. 8 o'clock. And now Evan Meek takes over for Ross Ohlendorf. Only went 7, gave up 1 run, 3 hits. And you could argue he could have very easily pitched 7 shutout innings if that fly ball by Soriano was caught in the second. Evan Meek takes over with those good numbers, facing Marlon Byrd, Derek Lee, and Aramis Ramirez. In a tie game, 1 apiece. Byrd hit by a pitch in the first inning against Ohlendorf. Flied out to center fielder Andrew McCutchen in the third. Last time up, he struck out. 2 walks and 6 Ks, by the way, for Ohlendorf. And also hit a man. It'll be a no decision. You watch Meek turn a bit as he began to deliver. A bit of a slip off the rubber. He had a little bit of rain early in the ball game, about an inning or so, and so that's made for some at times muddy conditions. We saw that when Andrew McCutchen was taking that lead off first base back in the 5th inning.
It actually looks pretty dry though, Greg. The mound does.
Yeah.
Well, you know, when you see him lift his foot up there, you can see a lot of dirt and possibly clay stuck to those cleats. That's why they have that deal on the back there to clean your cleats. It's a big hard plastic mat with all those rubber fingers, and slide your foot across that a few times, and it usually does the trick. The problem is though, when it does get muddy out there, when you walk back from the mat back up to the mound, your cleats are all messed up again. So there is a certain point where it's just helpless, and you got to just deal with it.
He's trying to.
Some pitchers that actually take a little piece of wood, a tongue depressor out there with them, and chip at it a little bit. There he is. Get it off.
Leadoff walk. Now Derek Lee. Well, he's bothered by this.
Well, he's going to have to put it out of his mind. You can't be in your head.
You can tell he is really bothered by it. Ball 1.
It looks like where it's really bothering him though is in front of the rubber. Like that's where he's always picking at. Normally it's where your plant foot lands that gets to be the problem if there's any mud. Because what happens is your foot hits, and instead of hitting and sticking and having a nice solid base, it'll hit and slide a little bit. Watch when his foot hits the ground. See how it just stops and stuck right there? That's what you want. You don't want it to hit and then slide, even an inch or so. Really is uncomfortable. It really kind of freaks you out a little bit when you're trying to have hip rotation, the arm coming through, and your front foot is sliding down the slope.
Runner takes off. And the stolen base for Marlon Byrd at his 4th and 4 tries.
You say Mika's not real quick to the plate, has a pretty good leg kick. It was a breaking ball, throw about shoulder high. All those 3 things, they all entered into the safe call at the end of the play. Late slide, able to just finally get the anchor out.
So with nobody out, a tie game in the 8th inning, huge runner there.
Yeah, real big.
And there's a big strikeout. Lee not able to have a productive out there as he strikes out.
Struggling on the breaking ball today. Oldorf made him look bad on several curveballs. Comes up empty on that breaking pitch. He missed it by quite a bunch.
Second time Lee has gone down on strikes. Ramirez has struck out twice.
You got Lee hitting in the low 200s. Ramirez well below the Mendoza line. They're your 3-4 guys. Your team is going to struggle until you rectify that. That's just a fact that they're going to have to live with right now. You can't get any consistency in wins, any consistency with your offense when the middle of your lineup is really not doing anything. The 3-4 guys are the most important hitters you have.
Ball 1 to Ramirez. Ramirez came to the plate in the first inning, and Derek Lee on first base, 2 outs. Oldendorf struck him out. He came to the plate in the third inning with Fukudomi at first base and 2 outs, and he bounced out. And he bounces here to Walker. He struck out to end the 5th inning with runners at first and second. He came into this game batting just $180 in these situations. Runner goes to third, 2 away. AGH Sports Medicine Pirates postgame show will come up after the game with extended highlights and expert analysis. Our team ready to answer your questions about the Buccos and break down key plays from the game. AGH Sports Medicine Pirates postgame coming up after the game on FSN. Talk about Garrett Jones hitting that home run to tie it. Leading off the 6th inning off left-hander James Russell.
Look at Milledge, how shallow he is in left field. He's really come in tight, Greg. Fontenot up there. He's trying to take away that little flare base hit.
Yeah.
Just daring him to hit it hard that direction.
And Fontenot has gone that direction each of his 3 at-bats.
Late in the game, you got the go-ahead run at third. That single will put him up, so Milledge is definitely cheating a little bit, trying to take it away.
Tapper left side, fair ball, and he got him! What a play by Andy LaRoche, keeping this game tied up at 1.
Big defense at the most important part of the game. What a play.
Andy LaRoche.
Then I think we're going to show why it's still 1-1. This is about as clutch as you can get. It's like getting a clutch hit, making a clutch pitch. Same thing. That could be a game winner right there. Beautiful job, Andy.
Evan Meek liked it. Fontenot didn't. And Sean Marshall now pitches, and of course, it's Andy LaRoche to lead off.
All the time, you make that great play, you lead off. It's a rule in baseball.
Ground ball, nice pick there by Ramirez. And we'll take another look at the end of this play. See what Fontenot is upset. He thinks he beat it.
It was close. You know, whichever way you make a call like that, somebody is going to be jumping up and down, upset. That's part of being an umpire.
Garrett Jones now facing the big lefty Sean Marshall. And he lines this ball down the line in right field. It is a fair ball. Garrett Jones, after hitting the home run to tie it in the 6th, goes into second base with a 1-out double here in the 8th.
He's liking these lefties. Keep bringing them in. Jones doesn't care. He really doesn't. He does not get intimidated by left-hand pitching.
Well, right there, he thought about third. That ball hung up there and didn't bounce out to Fukudome.
Yeah, there's 1 out. It would be great to have a triple here. Get the third out. They'd have to play the infield in. But I think they would have had him. I was thinking the same thing as it was happening, and I saw where the relay throw was coming, and he made the right decision. They make any kind of a throw in the third, he'd have been out. That's all right. We got to earn it. We got to get a base hit.
There's that number we've talked about a lot. The Village, no home runs, power way down, but a 400 hitter in these situations. Marshall falls behind him 2-0.
Village now can really pick something out. In particular. Wasn't what he wanted.
Sean Marshall has been outstanding this year against lefties or righties. Lefties being just 212 against them. That's only the 8th hit he's given up to a left-handed batter, that double. Righties, he's even better. They're batting just 185 versus Marshall. Will retire Millage.
Almost let that throw sail on him a little bit. Lee had to come off the bag and make a tag.
Second out of this 8th inning.
Obviously, he does a good job looking Jones back. And casual throw up the line a little. Looks him back. Of course, with Lee over there, kind of just get in the area. They'll make the play. Big, tall, long arms and a gold glove.
And intentionally walk Domit to face Clement.
Talked earlier about Clement against left-hand pitching, but Clement's not going to get a chance. It's going to be Bobby Crosby come out. That'll be the man. Crosby only 1 at bat against Marshall. He was 0 for 1, struck out.
Time called. Soto will go out and talk as Clement is called back in favor of Bobby Crosby. Crosby hitting .235 with 1 homer, 6 runs batted in. He's 2 for 8 as a pinch hitter. Russell likes this particular matchup over Clement against Marshall. In the dirt. Ball 1 on Bobby Crosby. Pinch hitting for Jeff Clement. ball, 1 strike. More bullpen action. Andrew Kashner is called up for the minors. And a breaking ball that misses to Crosby, 2-1.
No more Zabrano in the bullpen.
He will make his first start since April the 20th, this coming Wednesday night. Carlos Zambrano returns to the rotation. Tom Gorzolani out of the rotation. And Gorzo will go into the bullpen. 2-1 count. 3-1. There is Gorzolani. Ray Cedeno on deck for the Bucks. There's Carlos Zambrano. Strike. Now the runners will be off on this big pitch to Bobby Crosby.
Take a look at it. This is not a pitch you want to hit on a 3-1 count. It's like 2-0. You're really being selective, and if that's what the pitcher does to you, tip your hat, you got another one.
Crosby will get another one as he fouls this 3-2 pitch off.
A similar spot. Now you got to off. Now you can't be so picky. Not so bad getting in that 3-2 area anyway when the go-ahead runner is at second. A base hit now, there'll be no play at the plate. Garrett Jones with that nice head start.
Crosby lines it to center field. It's a base hit, and the Buccos lead 2-1. Pinch hit single to center for Bobby Crosby brings in Garrett Jones.
Now this is one hopper to the center fielder. If he insists on a 3-1 count, they're going to have a play at Jones. He might still score, but there will be a play. But because he got him to go to a full count, they're off with the pitch. Jones with the head start. No contest. The only thing you got to worry about there is if it's going to fall in or not. There goes Jones from second. The only thing Bird can do is just toss it into second base.
Buccos do great work against Sean Marshall in the inning. The double by Jones.
G.I. Jones has scored both Pirate runs here on Memorial Day.
Lou Piniella is calling in the infielders. What's he going to do here? He's going to make some switches. He's doing all kinds of stuff, directing traffic.
But you can't make a double switch, can you, unless you go to the umpire for it?
Well, he's done this before, and they've let him go. He's been told this before.
You can't do this.
Yeah, but they've let him do it. And they're going to let him do it again. It's the Lou Piniella rule, I think, Bob.
When you make a double switch, you have to go to the plate first, tell the plate umpire what you're going to do before you go to the mound.
Crew chief Tim McClellan
plate umpire. Obviously, never went to the plate umpire. He forgot. Somebody yelled. I've seen him turn around to the dugout. Somebody in the dugout yelled at him and reminded him, "Hey, you got to go. It's a double switch, Lou." Now the plate umpire is coming out. And I think plate umpire said, "Hey, you can't do this. You got to come to the plate and inform me there's going to be a double switch before you walk out to the mound and call in a pitcher."
Again, Piniella has done this before, and they've told him you can't do that. But he does it again. Ryan Terrio takes over at second base.
I think one time, I guess it depends on what kind of ump moves behind the plate. I think one time he was told, no, I'm sorry. You
can't make the change.
Didn't allow him to do it.
Fontenot goes to third in this double switch. And that wouldn't have happened before in Ramirez's career with the Cubs. His struggles. Here is Cashner making his debut, and first pitch swinging. Cedeno pops it up. And the shortstop, Castro, makes the catch. On to the ninth. Dotel will try and save it now as Bobby Crosby delivered the pinch hit single to give Pitt. .6:30 for our air, and Friday night the Giants make their way in, their first and only trip in to PNC Park this season. Friday night, Saturday night, both 6:30 starts. Sunday at 1 p.m. Hope you're here to see some of the action before the Bucs hit the road again. Bobby Crosby remains in the game to play first base, and the new pitcher is Pirates closer Octavio Dotel.
Take a look at Dotel's numbers on the year. There they are. See, he's 10 for 12 in saves. A couple of wins.
And a tough batter ahead. Facing Alfonso Soriano, who is 1 for 3 in this game. Lined out his last time. Takes ball one. Our Barrel Automotive League leaders, Alfonso Soriano, 27 extra base hits, tied with Kelly Johnson for second, behind Jason Worth. Barrel.com, definitely worth the click. 1 ball, 1 strike.
Watch the swing. Pretty good bat speed there, huh? Big kick bat. That's why he gets those extra base hits. Roche right on the line at third. He's guarding against the double. Not going to be able to get one fair. past him. Not to his right, anyway.
Dotel falls behind Soriano, 3-1.
And you think, well, yeah, but you're giving up a big hole there for a single. Well, again, you're playing the odds. You'll take away the double down the line in this situation. You'll give up a single. The same reason you play the outfield deep. If it's over your head, it better be over the fence.
And Soriano hangs in there. The win would go to Meek if Dotel can earn the save. Tyler Colvin, rookie, on deck. He gets Soriano to start the 9th inning.
Got him to leave the strike zone. That ball well upstairs, maybe even a little inside. And a late swing. Ball well by him.
Tyler Colvin. And now 1 ball, no strikes. One ball, no strikes to count on Tyler Colvin. Broken bat pop up. And here comes G.I. Jones.
As we've said many times, for a big man, he can move a little bit. Got pretty good speed. He's playing deep, no doubles. Yet he's able to close on that little dunker. Broken bat. Now, the broken bat actually gave him a little bit of an advantage because he can use his ears. And they let him know right away that ball's not hit well. Not to hesitate.
Now the 20,235 on hand standing. You might be standing as well, watching at home. Pitch is swung and popped up to shallow right, and this is going to drop in fair territory. Starlin Castro, just a pop-up that stayed fair. And the Cubs have life here in the 9th.
Yeah, just a little bit of luck here. Ball is right off the handle. Nothing that anybody could do about that. It wasn't hit high enough to give anybody time. Walker couldn't get there. Jones couldn't make it. Just a single, though.
And a pop up. Out of play by Ryan Terrio. You talk about somebody that would love to come through. Right now, it's Ryan Terrio. Benched officially today. And it's 0-2.
Probably won't be long on the bench, though. Wouldn't think, would you?
Well, Lupinella says, he pointed to the statistics. He says 1 walk in 1 month. That's kind of hard to do.
He's also got 59 hits.
Let's talk to Terrio about his lack of patience at the plate. 0-2 count. Stays 0-2. Past 8 games, 5 for 35, a 143 average. Parrott getting ready. Jolly Roger in hand. And it goes. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. Raised the Jolly Roger as the Bucks defeat the Cubs on Memorial Day.
Run with that Jolly Roger. You Parrot, you. G.I. Joe. Or G.I. Jones, sorry. Forgot the N and the S.
And they'll do the hop.
Careful.
Yeah, be very careful. Dotel earns his 11th save. Another look.
Little other thing. We got the ball over the fence today. We got excellent starting pitching. And except for real early in the game, we played some darn good defense. Made some excellent plays out there. This was a very good win.
The Pirates 6-1 against the Cubs this season. What a great job all the way around by the Buccos in winning game 1 of this 3-game series, the start of a 6-game homestand. Game 2, of course, tomorrow night. It's Jeff Karstens on the hill for Pittsburgh against Ted Lilly. Our coverage begins with the Trip Total Media Pirates pregame show at 6:30, and then Tim Nevert and Steve Blass bringing you the call starting at